How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about CEI Camber Energy. If you guys remember what I said in the previous video, this stock is far from over. We are continuing to look bullish, and look at the day that we had, showing some gains of well over 6%. I'll talk about it further in this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder, you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Camber Energy. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at 98 cents, being up 6.10%. On the low, it tested 94 cents, and then on the high, testing $1.05. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 113.72 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 95.16 million shares. So we had above average volume on the day, and it's part of the reasons why we are seeing strength in the stock. And even at the time of this recording, you can see it is definitely moving up inside of the after hours. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 58.14. So you know what this means? We still got some more room to run. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are above the 50-day. We're also above the 21-day EMA, the 100-day, and we finished above the 200-day. So if you guys remember what I was saying in the previous video, it was definitely looking bullish since we have been forming some higher lows. And this has now happened for the past 3 trading days. So what I want to look for going into tomorrow, we had resistance at $1.05. So I want to see price action above this level so we can make that move, getting to here around $1.25. Breaking through 125, that's where I want to look forward to seeing that move going to $1.50 and then seeing what we could do from there. If we decide to consolidate and so forth, then I want to see us show a higher low. So we ended up getting to 94, so let's see if we can get a higher low around 96. If we don't get that, then I'd want us to use the 200-day as support, which is right around 95. But I also wouldn't be mad, at least if we hold up 94. Again, things are continuing to look good for this stock. We've been going through a serious round of consolidation, a lot of accumulation, people who are buying in, and we have oil prices that are spiking up. So Camber is definitely looking good. So let's see how it performs going into tomorrow. So let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for CEI. So for the off-exchange short volume ratio, it is at 50.97%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 18.5 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 0, updated 6 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 16.34%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, you can see for the close of the 21st, it is at 51.98. And then for the close of the 22nd, being at 50.97. So what this shows us, CEI does continue to have short squeeze potential. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for CEI. So we see on the inflow it's at 24.87, and then on the outflow it's at 28.89. Keep in mind these numbers are in the millions. Taking a look at the large, it was 5.70. On the medium, it was 14.68, and then on the small, it was 4.49. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large it was 6.09, on the medium it was 17.99, and then on the small it is 4.81. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, March the 23rd, it being that outflow of negative 0.39 million. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 32.43%. So this is up there for CEI, but it's also not surprising. It is a penny stock that comes with a lot of volatility. But we did see some spike in oil prices, and that's part of the reasons why we saw some strength inside the stock. I'll talk about it further inside of the final thoughts, so let's get into it right now. So for my final thoughts for CEI Camber Energy, when it comes to the price action, we got exactly what we were looking for, and I've talked about this in previous videos, how it was showing strength, how it was going through an accumulation phase. Of course, we had some consolidation, and I was saying get ready for the pop. We ended up getting that pop today, and we got to $1.05, and I was talking about, hey, we could get around $1.06. So of course, for the next level, if we continue this bullish trend, I want to see us get to around $1.25. Breaking through this level, you already know we want to get to around $1.50. And the moment we break through $1.50, we could see this stock going to $2 plus. I am not guaranteeing this is going to happen. I want to make sure I'm being very clear about that. Now, if we have some consolidation or we have a pullback where I want to see some support, most preferably we could form a higher low right around 96 cents. That is not too bad either, because remember, we were at a support of 85 cents, which I talked about I wanted to see us hold up, and then we moved up to 90 cents, and then here we are at 94. So come on, give us 96. I feel that would be the best case scenario here. But if we end up pulling back even more, that is perfectly fine, because as we know, we have to keep an eye on oil prices. The moment we start seeing a spike, CEI is going to benefit. That's why there was no surprises why we ended up having a sell-off. We also are fully aware there's a good amount of bag holders in this play as well. So that's why when we get that selling pressure above $1, the next move that we make and we can get past it, I feel it's going to be parabolic. And also from a technical sense, the chart does look great. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. So all we really need is a continuation of more above average volume like we had today, and that will be the difference maker. So add this to your homework and as well as your due diligence if you're going to be thinking about trading this play. There's no reason why you should just blindly buy. I know many people are asking me, so Dre, what about the fundamentals? Is this a stock that you want to invest in? In my personal opinion, this is only a speculative play. I don't care about the fundamentals when it comes to this stock. All I care about is the price action and making sure that you guys are able to see profits. We have to go with the trend that we see inside of the markets. And there are many stocks where we don't even focus on the fundamentals of the company. We're just focused on the stock price, how it moves, and how it looks on the chart. So if you want to know about the fundamentals or you want to invest in this company for the long term, I highly suggest you do more homework, you do more due diligence, and then you find out if this is a company that you want to invest in for the long term. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I can't wait to see how the stock performs going into tomorrow. We'll talk soon.